Bezrat Hashem, the Zohar this morning, Parashat Shoftim. Amar Rabbi Lazar, says Rabbi Lazar, son of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, Ktiv v'izartem bnei Yisrael mitumatam. He's speaking about when a person sins, there's like a spirit of impurity that comes and settles on top of the person. When this person has this impurity spirit on top of him, he really loses senses, which means he would do things that normally he wouldn't do. He would talk things that normally he wouldn't say, right? And all this is because Ruach Mesa'ava, this spirit of impurity, is reigning on top of him and is inside him. And then this Ruach Mesa'ava, this spirit of impurity, brings down more impurity from heavens. Says Rabbi Elazar, I want to tell you something that my father, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, taught me. Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai taught his son Rabbi Elazar, look what happens in a house when there is a plague, or where there is more like a tzarat, right? Leprosy on top of the walls. The house is impure. Everything has to be taken out of the house. Now, how do you purify a house which is impure? So he says, what does Hashem do? Hashem sends another spirit, and this spirit is called Din, right? It's called Gevurah, and this spirit fights together with the Ruach Mesa'ava, with the spirit of impurity. And once they both fight, right, they both leave the house, and then you have to break the bricks where the impurity spirit was residing on. And only that way you can get rid of the impurity. So to understand, it says over here, there is two spirits. One is impurity, the other one is din, and both of them have to fight, and once they fight, they go away from a person. But for sure, a person does not want to see midat adin, which is rigorous conduct, right, with him, because then every action of his is examined in heavens, and he doesn't want to do that. So what to do? To stay pure and to stay away from impurities, right? One of the things brings impurity to a person, for example, is to go to a cemetery. If you don't need to go to a cemetery, don't go there. All the bad spirits, all the impure spirits are over there, especially ladies. Ladies that are pregnant should not enter cemeteries. Ladies that just gave birth should not enter cemeteries. Ladies that just got married in the first year should not enter cemeteries. Ladies that have their menstruation period should not go into cemeteries. And even men, if for sure not children should never be taken to cemeteries, and even men should avoid going to cemeteries. Why? All the bad spirits are found in the cemeteries, and sometimes, for no reason, they can just go on top of a person and impurify him, and then this person starts to do a lot of bad things he wouldn't do normally, and it's not his fault. This is the spirit that comes on top of him. So to tell you, you're supposed to get away from places which can bring you impurity. Also, places of avodah zarah, of idolatry, right? Stay away from places where there's idols or any idolatry service, right? So that's why, as a Jewish person, you're not supposed to go into churches, right? And especially, do not go into funeral homes, right, to see a dead body, like they expose the body, right, just before burying it. Even going to the Jewish funeral home, right, you go once the body is well wrapped and ready to go to be buried in the cemetery. But keep away from impurities, because impurities is very bad for your neshama. That's why the Gemara is telling us, if somewhere there's a very bad smell, for example, there's a dead dog or a dead cat, you're supposed to get away at least 75 feet. So the smell does not go into your nostrils and affects your neshama. It does not affect your body. It affects your neshama. So those type of things of impurities is something that has to do with your neshama, and try to keep away as much as possible. If it happens that you go to a cemetery, or it happens you go to somewhere impure and you feel like you're not comfortable, the best thing is to do to go to a mikveh, right? You can go at the end of the week, Friday. Everybody goes to the mikveh Friday, right? Or you go in the middle of the week if it's open. Or if you're embarrassed a little bit, if you're a man, you would go to the ocean, or you would go to a public to your private swimming pool, right? And dip few times till you feel 7 times is good, 7 times is good, till you feel the impurity leaves you and kedusha, right? Spirit of sanctity comes upon you. I wish you a great day. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.